Hey, how you doing? That's two. Seven. Awesome. I'm gonna let it build a little more before I start talking about what I want to talk about today, the important stuff. But as far as anything else goes, I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. I was in the shower, as you can probably tell, with the wet hair and all that. Um, Lost track of time. I'm not used to brushing hair. Cody's making me grow it long. Usually it's short. But anyway, all right, cool. 10 people. That's enough to start talking. First of all, I did skip about 60 miles today through the second or third or fourth set of mountains that I went through, and they were really starting to stress me out pretty bad. The roads are so dangerous, and I was just so tired of constantly feeling unease with trucks flying past me. I had a couple cars that seriously only came inches from hitting me. I swear that a mirror clipped my stroller at one point. So I think I started to worry myself sick, which has happened with me a lot in the past. I think it's part of my PTSD. I worry and dwell on something so much that I start to get sick. So, yes, I skipped about 60 miles. I'm in Tennessee now. I'm in Cleveland, Tennessee. It was a choice I made for health, for my health, for the safety of me, for the safety of the dog, and for the completion of the mission. I just don't, not that that's important compared to my health or safety, but I know all of y'all totally back me on that decision, so I appreciate that. And if you don't, I don't care if you don't. It's a decision I made based on my needs, and it's all about the mission and me staying safe while I'm out here doing this. So I don't regret it at all. I'm not trying to make excuses. It's just it is what it is. So I'm in Cleveland, Tennessee. I've got pictures that I'm going to post along the way. I had my driver stop quite a bit. It turns out, so I met this guy. I'll be right back. Since I'm so terrible with names, I write everything down now. So I met this guy. He's the vice commander at Post 96, American Legion in Murphy, North Carolina. His name's Larry Thunderwolf Lemon, or I hope that's how you pronounce his last name. Great guy. He stopped initially because he saw me walking. He was taking his kids to school. He saw me walking, and he wanted to shake my hand, donate, and just talk to me for a few minutes. I stopped in front of a thrift store called U.S. Vet Thrift Store, and I took a couple pictures because there was a T-shirt hanging in the window that said 22, and I was going to go in there and buy it, but it was closed and didn't open for another 2 hours. So he pulled in and stopped. I posted a video. Really cool guy. We talked for, I'd say, close to 30 minutes on the side of the road in the parking lot there. He wanted to play. He wanted to play a song for me, sort of as a good luck, good wishes, travel well song on his flute. I posted that, so you may have already watched it or not. Super cool guy. I got down the road, I think maybe another 2 miles, and he called me up and he said, "Hey Joe, I know you were talking about the roads freaking you out here. I could tell that it was really bothering you, and I really feel that it's not safe. So I hope you're not mad at me. I arranged a ride for you to get through the mountains." It was kind of a kismet sort of thing. It was meant to be, I think, because I woke up at 5:30 this morning and didn't wasn't tired, was totally refreshed, was ready to go, ready to walk. I couldn't fall back asleep. So me and Molly were on the road at about 6 o'clock, maybe a little later, 6:15 or so. So we took off. The sun had just come up. People's headlights were still on, but it was bright enough to walk. It's not like I was walking in the dark, but I had lights on anyway, just in case. So I would have never seen him. He would have never stopped or anything if I hadn't just unnaturally woken up at 5:30 in the morning. I never wake up that early. My alarm usually wakes me up at 8, and then I fight with myself just to get out of the freaking bed. But that was so cool. Everything fell right into place. It turns out that JD, the commander over at the VFW, his wife actually came and gave me a ride. That was the ride that he arranged. I don't know if that was just coincidence or she was the first person that he called or what, but came and gave me a ride in the same truck that JD used to pick me up and get me to the interview in time. So that was super cool. So that's all the good news. The bad news is I've got this guy who's trying to piggyback, and I've posted about it, and my Aunt Maria has posted about it on our page, on my page there. He's trying to piggyback off of my thing, saying that I endorse him and that he's coming to walk with me and drive me around and stuff like that. I have no idea who this guy is. The fact that he's a veteran checks out, but he's also a convicted felon for fraud and other things. I've posted that as well. If you get a text or anything from that guy, Scott, I know some of you probably know his name. I can't remember it from that. It's Scott Pearsons, maybe. I'm not sure. Claiming that he knows me. He has a GoFundMe. His GoFundMe is called Drive to N22. So he's doing everything he can to fake out people to get money. He is he's a fraud, and he's saying stuff like he can't wait to see me and all this other stuff. The thing about it is I don't think that he knows who he's messing with. Not to mention the fact that I'm always surrounded by people, and I've got emergency GPS tagging on me, and I've got my phone in my hand or right next to me at all times. So it's just I'm not worried about the guy. I've got plenty of protection with me. Not to mention the fact that I'm just not worried about the dude. But I don't want to stir shit with the guy either. So excuse my language. So let's not attack him or anything. He's already been arrested for what he's doing, so he's kind of pressing his luck anyway. Yeah, he's hit a bunch of the people that are following me up to be a friend. He's hit a bunch of people that are following me up for donations. Just don't do it. I've seen his police report. You can Google his name. Like I said, I don't know what his name is right this second, but if you go and just look at the page, we've posted about it. It does make, it is a little unnerving that he's out there. Hold on just a second. TV is right there behind the phone, and it was flashing in my face. It makes me a little nervous. I'd hate to think that he might be a psycho and just come out, find me for whatever reason, but I don't think he's that guy. I think he's the I'm going to hide behind my computer guy. Orlando Scott, something or other. Sterling Scott, yeah. So now that everybody knows that he's a potential threat, I'm sure that he would be a total moron to do anything about it. And bottom line, I'm just not worried about it. But if I vanish, if I disappear, go check him out first, because right now he's my only beef. So now all that's on video record. Anyway, so I feel so much better. I mean, I could feel weight just shedding off of me as we crossed over the top of that mountain and went through some of those narrow roads that I knew were coming up. I didn't realize that's what it was that was making me feel sick, but I'm pretty sure that it is at this point. I just here, let me turn like that. The light can hit my face better. I was dreading going through those roads so much. I'd done it twice over the Rockies and then the Smokies, and I just couldn't do it again. There was no way I was going to do it again. It's all beautiful, but again, it all looks the same, and there's so much scary between the towns that it wasn't worth it. I'm not talking to people on those windy, twisty, narrow roads. I'm talking to people in the towns. So to me, it was a total worth the trade-off there. And unfortunately, I'm so close to the edge of town here in Cleveland that I'm probably not going to get much publicity here either. But I don't care. I'm safe. I'm not squished up against a boulder or hidden down inside some kudzu off the side of a cliff somewhere, which was one of my biggest fears the whole time. If I got knocked over the edge of that road, nobody would have found me for a while until they, went to searching for my GPS signal. That's it pretty much so far. Marie is posting all of my media that she's getting, any media that I've been on television or in newspapers or anything like that. I think she's posting links, at least to some of it, on the page. So if you want to go check that out and share it, spread it, send it to all the Navy pages, all the military pages, the PTSD pages. If you take 5-10 minutes to share my link with 5 or 10 other pages, that would help me out more than you could possibly know. Especially pro-military pages or pro-first responder pages. That kind of stuff will help me out a lot. Molly's doing fine. I don't know if dogs can stress about traffic, but it seems to me that she was starting to get a little stressed out too. I might have just been projecting there a little bit, but so she's crashed out since we got to this hotel, and we only walked maybe 8 or 9 miles today before we got picked up. But since we've got here, she's been passed out, and as soon as I'm done with this live, we're going to go for a little walk and make sure that she does her business. It was so cool meeting another native brother, and the fact that he wanted to play his flute for me and stuff today, that was so cool. All the help that he gave me. I did send him a message that I would really, really like to go back. Their VFW and American Legion and a lot of the different stores and stuff in the town are sponsoring a walk or a march for 22. It's a 22-mile march, and it starts east of Murphy and ends just west of Murphy, I believe. And it's not tomorrow, but it's next Saturday. And I would love for somebody to drive back out and pick me up and take me back to do that. I could see me and Molly in the cart with the flag at the very front, because everybody's going to walk down the shoulder, and it's probably going to be a few hundred people. And I could just see us at the front with everybody behind us. It would be such a cool image and such great PR for both what they're trying to do there and what I'm trying to do with my mission. I'm 60 miles away now. It probably wouldn't be real hard to do, and by the time that rolls around, I might be another 50 miles down the road, 50 or 60 miles down the road. But I think for everybody's PR, it would be so great if somebody could come back and pick me up. I'd be totally willing to pay for gas, or figure something out. I know I can pay for the gas. If anybody that's watching this back there would like to do it. It'd just be so cool. Let's see. I redesigned the cart again. Got rid of probably another 25 or 30 pounds of redundant gear. I must have... see, I don't throw anything away. I just leave it in hotel rooms. And then I tell the clerk up front, be like, listen, there's some stuff I left in the hotel room. I left it on purpose. The maid can either keep it or throw it away, whatever. But it was like 5 flashlights, 2 big boxes of D batteries, 2 big boxes of AAA batteries, just a bunch of redundant stuff that I can get because I'm passing stores and gas stations all the time. I can always get more of that. I already had 2 flashlights that work well, but for some reason I had a package of 6 flashlights, and it's like anything. When you go somewhere, you always think to yourself, it's better to overpack than to need something and not have it. And that's absolutely the case. So mostly what I got rid of was everything that I haven't touched since I started. Everything I haven't used. If I've only used it once and it was only because of the novelty of it, I got rid of it. I kept the cooking kit so I can still heat up soup and noodles and stuff like that if I'm camping somewhere. I kept all my clothes. I kept my tent, my sleeping roll, the dog's sleeping roll, my sleeping bag, my medicine kit, and everything else is pretty much gone. Here, I'll show you my cart now, and it is complete. This is what my cart looks like now, completely packed, except for the dirty clothes that I washed that are drying. No, power off. Okay, it was going to power off. I got it now. So this is my cart completely packed now, and if you go back and look at some of the earlier pictures, you'll be able to tell that I have downgraded the weight considerably. So here we go. So now, all this, I still have the solar panel. I mounted the box up here, and I got rid of the cup holder that I had here because I wasn't using the cup holder for anything. So I mounted the box up there. The bucket's there with dog food. The dog food's actually over there. So I got the box, the bucket, then my Alice pack. I got rid of both the saddlebags and everything that was in them for the most part. My camping towel. And you see I got some clean clothes, my vest, and my shorts there. And everything else is there. So this is my Alice pack. It's pretty small. Then I got the dog bed, my tent, the bedroll, and then the sleeping bag is underneath that. And then there's my medicine kit. And that's it. That's everything. So it's at the point now to where if I have 3 blowouts and all 3 of my extra inner tubes are dry rotted and won't fill up, it's at the point now I can strap everything to that Alice pack and throw it on my back and walk to the next Walmart without losing my gear. The only thing I would leave would be the bucket. So I'm finally to that point to where I think I am at the minimal amount of gear and the correct amount of gear that I should have to complete this walk. And who knows, I might drop some more of that stuff. I may get rid of the sleeping bag once I get to the desert for, a thin fleece blanket or something, at least until winter or fall sets in. The only stuff I have in that box is like mementos that I really don't want to get rid of. All the challenge coins that have been given me, the notes and letters of appreciation and stuff like that, that's all still in the box. I still have the GPS. I've got my Bluetooth speaker. I did upgrade one piece of equipment. I got a 12-foot, hold on a second, I'll show you. I got one of these brown, little brown, I know it looks black on there, 12-foot extension cords, because it always seems like I'm like 4 or 5 feet away from the outlet. I can never like get in my tent away from the mosquitoes and chill with my phone and, you know, Google stuff and talk to y'all and stuff like that without getting an extension cord. So I got one. So I kept some of my 550 cord or paracord, because I use it to help stabilize my tent when it's up in hammock mode. And that's it. I still have my umbrella. In fact, when I mounted the box in the place of the cup holder, it raised the tube that holds the umbrella, so now the umbrella is about that high above my head when it's deployed, so I'm not like walking under it like this anymore. So that is just awesome. Again, I want to do a shout out to Larry Thunderwolf. He helped me out so much today. I want to do a shout out to Tim at the WKRK radio, to JD at the VFW, to all the vets I met along the way. That town in Murphy is the most vet friendly town I've been to yet. Super awesome. Larry told me that he loves that town. He said, I will die here, how much I love this town, because of its veteran, how veteran and military oriented it is. It's super. Everybody there was so nice. I didn't pay for a meal once in that town. I didn't pay for anywhere to sleep in that town. Everybody was almost to the point where they're arguing over who was going to bring me food or drive me someplace I needed to go, like Walmart or whatever. Super, super great place. They really rolled out the red carpet for me. The veteran outreach program that's there basically told me it didn't matter where I was in the country. If I was in an emergency situation or I needed something or a ride somewhere, that they had people all over the country, and to just give them a call and they would make sure that it got fixed. So it's just awesome. It's just so awesome, the support I'm getting. All with the exception of the one guy. There's always got to be a bad egg, I guess. But thank you all for watching me and supporting me. I've had such a blast so far through this part of the country, minus the crazy roads. But even then, they were beautiful, crazy roads. But that's about all I got for today. I'm not going to show you, but I was in the middle of getting dressed, so this t-shirt is about all you get to see of me today. I'm going to go take Molly for a little walk, maybe grab a bite to eat. But that's about it. I love you all. Thank you very much for watching me, watching over me, helping me out, promoting me, believing in me, believing in the mission, believing in what I can do. You're all so great. I'll call you in just a second, Marie. So yeah, I love you guys. Deuces. Call your veterans, make them laugh.